Let me know when you ready, Zach.
Did it stay on there?
I don't know.
Do the episode stay on there? The
What?
episode stay on YouTube though?
Yeah,
Okay.
on the Take TV.
Okay, man. I thought so.
Why we all staring at him?
Him is taking 3, 2.
This be the most nervous part.
Yeah.
The
What
start?
If you already started?
Yeah, you did.
We just like,
Oh, what it is? Oh, what's up? Hey, got Mr. Duffy in the cut.
Let's talk about it.
What's the deal, ladies and gentlemen? What up, though, Detroit? It's your boy, Mr. Duffy, and we are back with Coney Conversation, episode 9 of season 1. It's on the flow. And on today's episode, episode 9, we have mind over matter. You see them bars? You see them bars today, you feel me? And we are accompanied by 2 lovely guests, 2 of my homies to my right. You know what I'm saying? We got Miss Ebony Sawyer, and we got Miss Jasmine James.
hey,
How y'all doing, ladies?
Jesus.
I'm
Good
good.
to see
How
you
are
all.
you?
It's good to have women on the show to switch it up, because I'm used to having the fellas showing them some love, but we are in the Her Story in the Making series, so I'm giving love to the beautiful black women who doing big things in the city of Detroit.
Shout out to us.
Absolutely. So it's a great job to I said great job. It's a great opportunity to have you all here. Appreciate y'all for coming. How y'all feeling?
Thank you.
Good.
You doing good?
I feel real good.
You feel real
like
good?
Turned up.
Like turned real bad.
Real bad.
Well, we're going to have a lot of good fun. So on today's episode, Mind Over Matter, we're going to talk about pretty much you all's industry, what you all do as professionals, as creative, as entrepreneurs, centered around mental health, physical, as well as emotional well-being, spiritual well-being, as well as just living a productive life. And also dive into what is it like being in the culture of Detroit, being young, going after different type of career paths and things like that. But without further ado, I do want to get into our sponsor. Located on East Grand Boulevard, Detroit, in the heart of the city. None other than City Wings Detroit. Now these some of the best wings that I done probably ever laced these 5x2 finger licking good, God bless hands on. You feel me? You can get Caribbean jerk like me and Ebony got today.
Period.
Or you can get the Parmesan fries like Miss Jasmine got
Talk
today.
about it.
You can get the buffalo.
It's the upper.
You can get the flavor 17.
This is serious.
You can get the honey habanese. You can get the garlic parmesan. Shall I keep going? No, because they already sponsored the show. They getting love every yeah. Go tap in with them, because if you don't, let's just get into the food.
He thought he ate
All
that.
right, water for you. Ebony, is it true that you really just only drink water?
Water and alcohol, but yeah.
That's fair.
So you chase with water?
That's fair. Why you just put her on the spot like
was
that?
a question.
Why you just put her on the spot
I
like
have a
that?
mixed drink. But I'm saying I don't know.
Jasmine coming for next time I saw you chase with water.
You know, we on the healthy girl too.
I'm screaming. That's what I'm talking about.
Got it.
All right. Okay, since you want to get on everybody, you got fries.
I
No,
don't- I
no
don't eat
chicken.
meat.
Oh,
Thank you.
and then, oops, let me pick up my straw.
Come on.
Let me go ahead. Oh yeah, my fault. It is. We gotta. Let me make some space on the table. Scoot this.
Jazz
Scoot
for
this
Coney,
over.
for City Wings. Coney Conversation.
I'm dead. We actually got the same thing.
I know she lying.
You didn't
That's
get
my
flavored
promo.
fries, did you? Open that up and make sure that's yours. Yep, yep, those are regular
Mine.
ones.
This
Okay,
is
so
mine.
this is the good news that everybody has got their food. The bad news
Ain't
is
no
the
ranch.
ranch. Y'all can hold me accountable for that. Y'all can hold me
It's
accountable
okay. I
for
don't
that.
need ranch.
Okay, but go ahead and try y'all wings or y'all French fries. I'm definitely about to try mine. I'm sorry, I'm hungry. Oh wait, thank you for this food. We about to see, man. In my body, Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I have this thing where I have to say my own prayer. Don't be offended.
It's okay. Yeah, man. I was that Caribbean jerk. All right,
We're canceling him immediately.
Like, for real.
my bad. My bad. I ain't mean to offend nobody. All right, good. Y'all ever eat some food and just?
It just turn you up.
I feel like when you eat Detroit Coney or anything in Detroit, you gotta like, man, you gotta get aggressive when you
What
eat.
are you drinking?
What's the cherry punch? Did y'all just say the same thing at the same time on the show while y'all talking at the same time while y'all saying the same thing while eating the food at the same time on my show? I like that.
It get like that.
But this is the cherry punch. You got the same thing.
Ebony got her water.
Is that shade?
No, we were just announcing everybody drink.
Oh, okay.
All right,
No, I mean,
this was good.
food.
I ain't even gonna eat too much. So I'm gonna
Can you
put.
put this in the bag? I dropped it.
I got you.
Thank you.
Okay, y'all, we're gonna put the food to the side for a minute. Does anybody need a napkin?
I do.
All right, I got
Yeah.
you.
So I can drink my water.
Drink it, girl.
Jasmine, don't be petty today. But man, it's been hot outside in Detroit.
For 2 days.
Too hot. Edges gone.
Not the edges.
Yeah, my edge has been gone for a hot minute. I'm bald. No hair.
Not the edges.
Okay, ladies. They say a fed woman keeps her in a good mood. So,
That's what they say?
no, I was just making that up.
I ain't hear that one.
Hopefully y'all in a good mood that y'all got a little food in y'all stomach though. Man, being in Detroit, being involved in business, being involved in being a student, and seeing the changes that have happened, tell us a little bit about you all's story and how that experience of being here, going to school here, starting your own business, how that has kind of helped you all progress. So I guess if you all want to share individually like about you all, what you all do to start us off. So I'll go with you, Ebony.
Okay, so I do a lot of things. First and foremost, I'm trying to get into medical school, so
We getting in medical school too.
that is like my
We gonna get there.
academic, you know.
That's on my
goals.
mama.
But I also have Evolve and Still, which is a mental health brand.
Okay.
Basically, just a place to cultivate conversations about mental health that we normally don't talk about. I have a podcast, which Dre was on.
I was on season 1.
And but I also do workshops, talk to students, do speaking engagements, sell journals, all of the things. So Evolving Still is like my big brand. That's my entrepreneur journey.
Absolutely.
Whereas medicine is my, career field that I'm going into.
They would definitely work hand in hand. So
Yeah.
works. Jazz, what about you?
Hers was real quick, so I'm gonna try to be that quick too, because I'm long-winded, unfortunately. I like to say I am the home girl to help you get your body, your mind, and your
The
spirit
home
right.
girl.
My audience is women who struggle with consistency, discipline, and patience. And through journaling, God, and fitness, I help them create healthy lifestyles.
Right.
I started my journey because I was just depressed, unfortunately, and really unhappy with myself and my body. And because of that, I challenged myself to work out every single day for a year.
Okay.
And I used Instagram as like a habit tracker in a way.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. Good accountability.
Shoot, people was rocking with it. Like, just the encouraging comments on Instagram. And so I realized that even though it was something for me, it was something that somebody else could see and be like, dang, like I can do it too.
Yes.
So that was 2018. Fast forward to now, it's a lifestyle, and some of things I just teach people how to live a healthy lifestyle. And you had made a point or a question about like being in Detroit.
Yes, being in
and being
that culture and everything.
And sharing my journey. I have received probably like the best experience and love and kindness and just support. A lot of people do say Detroit is a hating city. I have not received no hate yet. If I did, I don't know about it. So that's dope too.
We surrounded by too much love. Can't even see the hate.
comments, Talk about it.
You know?
The comments on Instagram, like Twitter, like it's love. I think it's just a representation of myself and how I come off, and transparency, vulnerability, being realistic, showing the ins and the outs, really being the homegirl and relatable, because it's not perfection, but more so like a process and progress within it.
Yeah, absolutely. I love hearing that.
I didn't touch the part about being from Detroit. Thank you for reminding me.
Of course.
Rewind.
Detroit really just kind of shapes who I am in general. Like I am Detroit. Like I grew up in Detroit. I went to school in Detroit, and so it shapes a lot of my experiences. And while I went to school in Ann Arbor, that was like culture shock, you know. But it also allowed me, and it gives me the motivation to like push to get to different areas to like show other people like, yeah, you can be from Detroit. You can have this, you know. You can have like, I think people from Detroit are so cool. Like if you're not from Detroit, you really kind of weird. I don't know, but like you can still be cool and still be in different environments. You know what I'm saying? So being from Detroit really does motivate me. And like Jazz said, like my biggest supporters, like the people who really push for me. Shout out MGP. They for sure is Detroit all the way.
Got to know that. So. I apologize because I didn't check in with you all. I didn't do my H3, but we still gonna do it anyways. How was your head? How was your heart? And how was your hustle? So we're gonna go for those first three, and then we're gonna carry on with the rest of the conversation. So based off of your mental well-being right now, how was your head on a scale of 1 to 10? Jazz, and then Ebony.
I'm gonna go a hot 9.
A hot 9?
Yeah.
Okay. What got you feeling like a 9? You feeling good?
Shout out to the homie Jesus.
G-O-D is G-O-D is N-M-E. Wait.
I feel it.
Yeah.
G-O-D is N-M-E.
Yeah, I'm not signed yet. All right, Ebony. How was your mental?
I would say it's a good 6.5
Okay.
right now.
Right now,
Currently.
is there if you want to share any reason why is it 6.5?
I'm just like, you know, recovering. I took my MCAT on Friday. It's currently Wednesday. Yeah, for sure, but it just takes a lot mentally to do that, right? It's like 7.5-hour exam just sitting there with the computer.
That is a lot.
So I'm recovering, and like every day since then, I've kind of been busy, so I'm just like slowly recovering. So a good 6.5, 7.
I like that. I was saying 7.5. I'm a 7.5 mentally. Going through trials and tribulations, but more triumphs than speed bumps and roadblocks, so that's good. So next is, how is your heart? How are you all emotionally doing? You know, how y'all feeling? I would say I'm feeling about an 8, feeling upbeat, feeling motivated, a lot of good things going on in my life, and I'm just embracing that. So I'm an 8. What about y'all? How's the heart?
I would say I'm about a 10.
I'm on 10. I'm on 10.
Because I'm just surrounded by, you know, amazing people all the time.
It's good to be surrounded by me too.
Relationships. I'm out here living, you know. The heart is definitely a 10.
The village is villaging. My bad.
The village is villaging. Sorry.
I just want to add that the little bar. The village. Her village is villaging.
No reference to the
Yeah.
podcast. It's okay.
My bad. Jazz, how your heart?
It's your turn.
How your heart? How your heart, Jazz?
I'm gonna go with 8. 8.
Solid.
8 solid.
Twins.
Yeah. I say 8 and not like 9 or 10 because I feel like I'm in a transitioning state of my life, and it can be like hard to accept change.
Yes.
But it's good change.
It is.
So, 8.
I like that. Last but not least, how's that hustle? My hustle on 10, for sure. For sure. It's
up there.
and
Another one.
it won't move.
It's stuck. He's so funny.
It's stuck. Okay. How's y'all hustle? Mine is a 10.
Mine is a 10 as well. This week I got a lot done. Like I said, I've been on the move,
productivity.
you know. in different avenues, different arenas, been getting stuff done.
We love it.
I'm gonna say like a A.
Boom.
A. And I think
Boom. That 8 is
feel like
solid.
I
We all doing our
commentary.
thing.
That's my problem. I always got commentary.
That's fine.
I think it's an A. I know it's an A.
We our biggest critic
because
anyway.
I am redefining how I define hustle. Cause
I like how you broke that down, Jet Li.
hustle as like, go, let's get it, gotta make it. And I be like, I ain't gotta do all that. And so I'm learning to rest
Rain
while
check.
working, like execute, but don't burn myself out.
Ooh.
So hustle has been like a burnout. Like I gotta get to it, I gotta make it. This the only option, gotta work. Now I'm like, if God says it's gonna work, it's gonna work regardless. And if it ain't, it ain't gonna work. So give my best effort, but also rest. Don't burn out.
That's
So,
a good
hey.
sound bite.
Yeah.
We gonna take that one for the reels. So you all do both different lines of work, but under the same umbrella. Obviously, Jasper being more fitness inclined, physical well-being, and you with your podcast, your book, as well as the planner that you also created. Tell me about how did you all find out how that mixing in that spiritual and that mental component with business was like a good mesh, because there's sometimes people who may find that difficult because it's like, dang, how vulnerable do I get, to the point whereas people realize that not only is this a business, but it's also a safe space. So like, how do you all maneuver through that?
Well, I would say that evolving still kind of started for me when I was in college, right? So like the calendar, the planner that you were talking about,
Yes.
it was the thing that kind of started the idea of evolving still, and like I was using that on a daily basis really to keep up and kind of do what you're saying, like prevent burnout, right? Like I was taking 18 credits, I was in orgs, I was doing all this stuff, so I had to like keep going. I couldn't burn out. And really what happened was something amazing, kind of talking back to the support you were mentioning earlier. I would post at the end of the month on Instagram, and people start hitting me up like, I want to know how to do that, like show me how to do it, because I would color a different color every day. And so it would track my mood by color. And people was like, I want to be able to do that, like how should I set it up, whatever. And then like crazy, like it was just amazing that people would literally be tagging me, and they were doing it. But at that time, I was doing it on regular sheets of paper, right? And like they were now doing it on regular sheets of paper and tagging me, like, I'm keeping track of my month, blah, blah, blah. And so that kind of started evolving still for me. So mental health and kind of like that reset, that spiritual whole thing has been it from the start for me.
Absolutely.
So I didn't have to kind of mesh my business out of that. My business kind of grown out of that,
I like
if that makes sense.
I like that. Organic.
I think for me, similar to what she is saying, like my lifestyle, like that's what I showed from the jump, what I did. So Jazz from the gym wasn't even a thing until a year after me working out. And it was just a kind of like a separation of like my personal life, but then like a place for people to come and like receive knowledge or inspiration, motivation, maybe buy something, maybe not, whatever the case may be. When it comes to like incorporating like mental and spiritual health, I feel like I realized that fitness was a good coping mechanism for me, because when I would be upset, I would work out. When I was frustrated, I would work out. When I was happy, I would work out. And it was a form of relief. And so I dealt with bad coping mechanisms. So smoking, drinking, which all both aided in not getting the results that I wanted in my body. So instead of me smoking or drinking or crying all the time, I would work out. But I also journal too. And I realized that helped me clear my head up, and even how I journal. So I start showing people how I journal, or like just sharing my life, and people were interested in it. Like, so what kind of questions you ask yourself? What kind of woo-woo-woo? And then when it came to how do you stay motivated, or how do you keep going, or how do you X, Y, and Z, God has always been my crutch. And
Amen.
I think that the shift now is I'm more vocal about my relationship with God. Like I always have been. Like I'm not like afraid to say like I serve God or anything like that. But like down to like how to, where I study, all of that, I feel like now it's more on a spiritual note with my brand, because I'm realizing that health is mind, body, and spirit. And a lot of people think health is just physical or it's just mental. But no, it's spiritual, it's mental, it's physical, it's financial. Like it's the whole
all of it.
The whole thing. So for me, it was kind of just like as I was on the journey, learning more and embracing the more that I was learning, but realizing that taking care of myself is far beyond me wanting to look in the mirror and say I look good, but I want to feel good. And the last point is I realized that mental really was a big thing, like my mental health, because I had lost the weight and I still felt ugly. I still felt insecure. I still felt like I wasn't good enough. So it was like, okay, it's something deeper than this. So we got to figure out. So I started journaling. So I started, like journaling for real. So it was kind of like a trickle effect of understanding my why for real.
I like that. And one thing that is unique about us three is that we've all known, well, I've known you two for in different pockets of my life. I've known Ebony since I was in the 7th grade at Bates. And then I've been knowing Jazz since I was a freshman at Michigan State. And to see you all's journey, both as individuals, as leaders, as entrepreneurs in our own individual realms, it's really dope to see what you all are doing, because like for me and Ebony, for example, like we went to Bates together when we was rocking navy blue Dickies off the Aeropostale Polo, you feel me? And then Jazz, when we was off of McDonald Hall swipe-throughs, and you feel me, a late night at Acres and Hubbard, like we came a long way. I didn't put us out there, but I'm like, this is really the foundation of excellence, like from being 13, 14 years old to being 24, 25, and seeing that elevation from like, that's literally a decade, in retrospect of like, wow, we've been doing a lot, but we probably wouldn't have saw this side of ourselves. And I like that the one thing that sticks out between both of you all is that y'all both speak about y'all journey, that it wasn't always like this. It was a starting point. It was a lifestyle, or there were habits that were built up. And I think that a lot of people who look at you all, follow you all, and are inspired by you all, myself included, see that, absolutely. Excuse me. Because you need to see it in real life, but in your own demographic. It's easy to see like a Eric Thomas do it, or the Jay-Z, or I'm about to forget my man's name, Damon John, or even from the women's side like a Serena Williams, or obviously a Beyonce, or other black entrepreneurs and creatives who are in this high pedestal arena. But then you have people like us who are like doing that work, but in our own lane. And I look at ourselves and I look at us as, the next great at this young age. Because I'm like, the 10 years later, that track record gonna be stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I love that you all are very intentional with y'all work. A lot of people don't have intentions. They're just doing it because it's the trend or it's the thing that's making money. So my next segue into that is, what is the difficulty with being young and doing what you all do? Because I think there's a lot of pressure, because it's like holding on to wanting to still finishing, a secondary education and going to get that higher level learning. And then people like myself and Jazz who may not be in school, but still full productive. Like we in all the different rooms that we need to be, and we're always learning. How do you all balance that? Like still being young, active, but it's like I'm on a grind. Like this is nonstop. What does that look like for you all? Let me take a sip. I'm long-winded.
The hard part for sure will be comparison. And making sure that you are like so grounded and focused in what you are doing, like what Jazz is doing, what Eben doing, what Dre is doing, that you're not looking on the sideline what somebody else doing, because you go run into something.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I know for me, like, comparison was always something. Like, from when I was young, like, I thought that the prettiest girls were skinny, or, you know, everybody wanted the smaller girls, so, or I need to look like this to feel good. So that was level comparison. So then you got me going into training. I'm like, hold on, wait, I'm not no athlete. I never was an athlete. Like, do I need to switch my major? I'm a journalism major. Oh, no. To the point where I would delete my Instagram posts. Like, no, this not me. Like, no. But I'm like, no, I do like this. Then you got the phase of like, okay, I'm an entrepreneur. And then you see people in the game a year, they millionaires, and you like, I gotta get it, I gotta get it, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. And it's not, you feel like it's not coming fast enough. You like, oh, this not working. Then you got the phase of me, you know, I stopped going to school due to the pandemic, but also falling in love with my business, and it was doing so well to where I'm like, I do what I love. Because school had me in like this depressing box. Like, I could not wait for the summertime to really give 100% with what I love.
Right.
And so, not comparing yourself for sure, and like having a really good foundation where even when you're not motivated, you still keep going.
Right.
It was a second part to your question. You said, how do we balance it?
Yeah, how do you balance that with, you know, still being young, still being turned, still being like a leader, like that's multiple different layers. How do you that balance along with that?
Being a leader, being young, and being turned. So like
Jazz for sure turned.
I do be turned, but I feel like my definition of turned is definitely changing for sure. I gotta say God, for real. Like, I be talking about Jesus all the time, but like that's really what it is. Cause it's like,
I love
you get
God.
to worry it. I love
You don't
God.
love God? What's wrong with you?
Shout out to Mary. I used to do God in Me dance all the time in church. You get to worrying about stuff and like how I'm gonna do this and how I'm gonna do that, and God really be like, my dog, like you milking it, like I got it. And so like having that trust in God for me, I was like, dog, you said you got this shit. I'm gonna sit back and do what I know how to do. So that's the balance. Being young is fun. And a lot of people don't realize that we really are young because of social media. Like, I mean, I've been looking at like Jada and stuff. Like, homegirl only like 24, 25, but she lived the life of an average, probably like 35, 40-year-old woman. Like, bro, I'm 23. Like, I don't have no kids. Yeah. Like, shout out to mom and my daddy because I still stay with y'all. I don't got to pay no rent. Like, this is the time for me to experience. Now, it can be hard sometimes. Oh, good. Because black parents be off the, you know, what you finna do, you know, how it's gonna work, you know, X, Y, and Z. But this is your time to really experience and have fun. And being turned, you know,
one of them.
I've been doing good. I don't get turned how I used to get turned. You know, I feel like you gotta have a balance of getting turned. I used to be getting drunk all the time. How all the time?
Tee me up.
Like,
Tee me
turn
up.
me up. Give me some Casamigos, yes. Now, now it's just, you know, turn is like, I want to have a good time.
Absolutely.
You know, I want to enjoy
I would
life.
agree. Like, turn is the energy that you bring.
I don't want to be worn out after the night. Like, I'm tired.
I like it. That's love. Ebony, what about you?
I think that...
What's your 50-50?
What's your balance?
My balance is still a work in progress. I think that, though, being young has worked to my advantage. Mm-hmm. I think that it's going to come into play. Like, I look young. I look like a 12-year-old in the face. So, like...
16.
I was giving you 15.
I said 16.
Okay.
Sweet 16 just
We gave you 4 years.
That's fine, but in real life...
We put you up there, girl.
Okay.
Black don't crack. That's all we saying.
When I'm gonna be a doctor and like in a professional setting, people be looking at me like, even I work with high school students during the school year, and like the guests would be like, oh, are you, like, they talk to me like I'm a student. I'm like, I work here. I'm not one of them. And so I feel like as a doctor, I'm gonna come into the room and people gonna be like, sweetie, where's the doctor? So I think that if I will run into problems with age.
I can understand that in your profession, yeah.
But I think that on the other end, it's really helped me being young because I connect to a lot of different people. Like
Right.
I have the wisdom of someone who is older and established, and I can talk and I can keep up with older people because I'm intelligent, right? But I also can relate to younger people. I can relate to high schoolers, and like these are the people that's we really need to be talking to about mental health. We need to start having those conversations earlier and all of those type of
Absolutely.
things. So it has helped me in that way of like when people or when younger people see me, they connect with me. They're like, oh, like you look like me, and like it be kids. Like I just did a speaking engagement at Oakland University, and it was like high schoolers.
Right.
And at the end, the high schoolers came up to me like, I thought you was my age. I didn't know you done graduated from college. You got a whole degree. I'm a whole degree, a whole one. Like they really relate to me. So I think that it helps in that aspect, and also just in other aspects of like networking and stuff, because people see that I'm young, but they also like, again, when I have a conversation, they can tell that I'm smart. So they're like, oh, I want to help this young smart girl, like, you know, and they really try to help me and encourage me. So I think that I just look at it as a positive for real.
I like that.
And
You gotta
for
look at both sides of the
balance,
spectrum.
I think that I don't know, like I'm always doing 100 things in one, like.
And
at
you
one
always
time.
traveling.
I'm always. Oh, one thing about it, I'm a go on vacation.
That good PTO.
A good vacation, a good one. Okay, and I'm gonna have all the pics on Instagram. Don't worry. But
Story do go crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
but
Yeah, look at her page. I'm like, oh, click it.
Hey, when she travel, we just watch the story when she travel.
Yeah.
She
I
gonna
mean, I
let you.
got a trip
You gonna
coming
feel it.
up, don't-
You gonna feel it.
don't
Good.
Countdown so I can save it.
okay. You
I'm
gonna be tuned
screaming.
in. It's gonna be amazing. Don't worry.
Ebony
it's gonna
takes
be a movie.
Jamaica.
Oh no, I did that already.
See,
we going,
look.
We going somewhere else next.
Dubai?
No. But
You,
balance.
you did Dubai yet?
No,
okay.
I haven't been to Dubai.
Ebony takes Dubai.
You
Balance.
never know. But I don't know. I stay really organized. That's really how I balance.
Good
I'm
color
always
coordination.
organized, and like Jazz said, like I just be tapped in with God. Like me and God, that's you know
For lifers.
number one.
Say twin.
And so I find myself with opportunities and things that like, dang, I'm not supposed to be here, or like I didn't really work to get here. I didn't really even inquire. Like I literally just did something that was like really cool on Tuesday. And I didn't reach out to these people. They reached out to me, like, and I take nice pictures and stuff like that, like I said, but I'm not a model. I don't brand myself as a model.
Yes.
I literally got someone hit me up, like, do you want to model for this well-known brand? You know, stuff like that. It's like, that's God. I did not reach out to these people. And now here I am taking photos for, you know, a big brand and
Easy
things
breezy,
like that.
beautiful bad bitch.
That's just me. It's just the brand speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying?
I'm getting
I
a
don't
little
know.
Uzi right now.
But I just balance, like wherever God want me to go, that's where I go. If I'm modeling or doing like content today, tomorrow I might be shadowing a doctor, or I might be doing research. You never know. I just wherever He want me to go, I'm like, okay, I'm here today.
Well, God, I appreciate you sending them here today.
Yeah, this is on the calendar.
Oh yeah, we made the color coordination highlighted in red. My favorite color.
Red means very bad day. Try again.
Crystal, my therapist, would definitely like you because those are the type of things that she brings up. I felt like you tried to call me out.
Nope.
She said try again.
Never would
Well,
I
look,
do
my
that.
drink red,
I would
but
never do
I feel
that.
good.
That's the one.
I'm screaming. Well, look, ladies, as we wrap up, I want to say I really appreciate you all for coming on the show today and sharing you all's story and you all's journey about what you all do, how you got involved with it. But before we leave, I do want to ask or allow you to tell your closing statement. And I want the beginning of this sentence, it starts off like, I had a couple scenarios, well, a couple beginning ones.
Here you
But
go.
I'm thinking about the one I want to end with right now. But I'm going to go with this one. Whenever, here we go. The next room that I leave, the conversation that will be had will be, the next room that I leave, the conversation that will be had will be. It's a very unique question because it's
like that.
open-ended. You can make it whatever.
I really, really believe that God puts people in my life
Yes.
to help me get to the next level, right? It helped me like get to where he want me to be. So, in the next room that I leave, the conversation will be, how can I help Ebony achieve what she is supposed to
That's the
achieve?
little. I can't get.
I'm gonna steal that one. That's a good one.
Hey, that was a good closing question because it was like it make you think. You know, I'm open-ended with mine. Yeah,
I stay ready.
Jazz. Yeah. That's it. Who saw that baby be like, good.
I feel the reverse way. I feel like God sent people in my life for me to help them.
Okay.
So the next room that I leave,
the conversation
the conversation will be, I need her to help me. Yeah.
I like that. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Duffy, and that was episode 9 of Coney Conversations, Mind Over Matter.
Hold on, can I show my tattoo? Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Show them before we leave.
You see it? Mind over matter.
Wow, I ain't even know you. God is good.
Come
Well,
on,
ladies
outside.
and gentlemen, tune in next week for episode 10.
Yes.
And then in 2 weeks is our season finale. My name is Mr. Duffy. This is Coney Conversations, Voices of the City. We out of here. Shout out to City Wings.